Hey, what's going on, guys? How's everybody doing? So this is a type of video that I don't normally like to make. You know, this is a topic I don't really like to touch on because I know it's a sensitive topic for some people out there. But I have had a couple of people ask me about this topic, and so I figured rather than just answering everyone individually or answering where I can, I figured I'd make a video addressing this. And, you know, so that way you guys know my thoughts on it and why I think that this is just pretty stupid. I'll say it like it is. So, for those of you guys who don't know, apparently there's this controversy around Eula and people are trying to boycott her. We'll get into the article. Let's go ahead and read the article here, go over it and see exactly what's going on. So this article comes from DualShockers. Genshin Impact fans want to boycott Eula because of her Lawrence backstory. So basically, the article is just talking about how, like, there's been some past issues going on. A lot of them are around the Hilichurl incident with the Native Americans. But this is the paragraph that really matters. So, for Eula is a descendant of the once aristocratic Lawrence clan. The blood that flows through her veins once flowed through those of Mondstadt's oppressors during one of the darkest periods of the city's history. Now, what exactly did they do? Well, according to the lore, Eula has been viewed with contempt by the citizens of Mondstadt since birth. The Lawrence clan has a history of slavery in the game's lore. So this is really the thing that is getting people all up in a tizzy, is that Eula comes from a clan basically that held slaves. This is the thing that's getting them up, and this is why they're trying to cancel a video game character. Okay, so the counterpoint to this is if we come into our character details. This last part here. When people in the city voiced their reservations, she would respond head-on, claiming that her chosen course of action was out of a desire for vengeance. This matter-of-fact confession would alarm them all the more, and has convinced everyone that she joined the Knights of Euphonius only to serve as a mole for the former aristocracy. One person who sees things differently is Acting Grandmaster Jean. In fact, she speaks rather fondly of Eula. The rumors are all groundless. The Spindrift Knight is simply misunderstood. That's all. So, here's the deal. People who, you know, come and watch the streams, they hear about the quests that I do. I'm not that super big into the lore of this game, right? It's just, I prefer the combat. I prefer the domains, the events, I guess, the abyss, stuff like that. The lore is just not what's getting me into it. I'll do like the story quest, but other than that, not really that into it. So from what I understand is the fact that they're using this, it runs through her veins, the ancestors, it's not like she or her her parents own slaved. It's like several generations before, right? Because it's this Lawrence clan that took over Mondstadt, or controlled Mondstadt, basically, that had slaves. So it's not directly her, it's her ancestors, right? So why are we going about first of all, why are we going about trying to cancel a video game character or boycott a video game character, right? Whatever we're trying to do here. But is the message we're trying to send really that you can't change from your ancestors? Is that really the message we're going for here? And is that the most effective way of going about it? Like, look, I know for a lot of the world, this stuff doesn't matter because I'm pretty sure a lot of this comes from Twitter. Twitter is just a big old rage pool, but I'm pretty sure that it's safe to assume that most of the people who are complaining about this on Twitter are from the United States. Sorry to say it, United States, but we're having a real issue on our hands here. There's this whole woke culture, cancel culture, and a lot of it is people who have no real reason to be offended are getting offended for other people because they think that that's healthy. It's not. A lot of people are getting sick of it. When I talk to you guys on Discord, I find that a lot of you who are not from America think that this is ridiculous. And honestly, a lot of people from America think this is ridiculous. But is really the message we want to send that you're not allowed to change? Whatever your history is, whatever your family history is, whatever your past is, even your race. If you come from this place, you are this type of person. You know what that sounds like to me? Sounds a bit racist. And these are the people that are apparently fighting against racism. Now, this is against slavery. I'm not saying that they're being racist against Eula, but if you're prejudging someone based on preconceived notions of what you think they are, is that not what you're claiming to be fighting? Is that not hypocritical? I see it as such. And again, like I said, is the message we're trying to send really that you can't grow past your own roots? That seems a little ridiculous to me. On top of the fact that we're trying to cancel a video game character. Do I sympathize with the people who don't want slavery in their video games? Yes, slavery is an awful thing. It was a thing that happened in the past. It's a thing that happens now. It's a thing that's probably going to continue happening because there are awful people in the world who want people like, look, you could argue that there are more civilized systems that are still like modern day slavery. Like there's some things in the prison systems, at least in America, that are kind of like modern day slavery. And you know, the Lawrence clan, it's not like the Lawrence. Look, the thing is, a lot of these people are just saying like, oh, MiHoYo put slavery in their game. They love slavery. They want to build it up. It's like, no, they made the Lawrence clan bad guys. Okay. Bad guy, like villains in movies. What do? They kidnap, they pillage, they kill, they destroy. These are not good traits. We know these to not be good traits, and that's why we give them to bad guys, because they're guys we're not supposed to like. So the Lawrence clan we're not supposed to like, so they're like, all right, let's make them a clan that had slaves. We obviously don't like these guys. Venti came in and like freed all the slaves, and cool, now we have, you know, a redemption arc for the slaves. We have some liberation going on, and Eula is trying to distance herself from her past. And now we're saying, yeah, Eula, you're an awful person. You know, your family, which you had no way to correct them. We're gonna judge you for that. Is that really the route we want to take here? I don't know. You know, do I have like a final point? No, but those are kind of like my thoughts. I already recorded this video once, but I want to do it again a little bit more succinctly. Do I think I did that? No, not particularly, but I definitely rambled a little bit less this time. But you know, I do understand that all this stuff is a sensitive topic, right? Nobody is, I don't think anyone is advocating that slavery is good. Do I think that it is bad to put it in video games? Maybe. Look, the thing is, like, it's a thing that happened. It's a thing of it's a thing that happened. We can't ignore things that we don't like, or not even that we don't like, because don't like is pretty soft for slavery. But to ignore awful things that happened in the past, that's when we start repeating history. When we start forgetting history. Because if you forget the history, you don't understand why it's bad. So you need to understand what happened and acknowledge it in order to move forward and change. But there's this whole like mentality now that we have to just forget it, and just like it's almost like we have to like eradicate everyone who ever took part or their families took part. Because like how is Eula supposed to have changed anything? And of course, this thing extends to other things, but we're talking about a video game here, and it's extending more into real life. So I think that's where I'm going to cut it. You guys pretty much get my opinion, and I don't want to get too much into political stuff. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Like I said, I just kind of want to put this video out here so that I can direct people to it when they want to know my thoughts on this, because I'm sure it's going to come around. Hopefully, like every other political thing with this game, it blows over because it's kind of silly. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I'm sure some people maybe are rubbed the wrong way. Maybe some people are rubbed the right way. But either way, guys, try and keep it civil down in the comment section below. But yeah, that's all I got. Have a good one, guys.